Welcome to Study Loop.
I'm going to talk you through this explanation. I'm not going to write it all out word for word, but if LMNB is a parallelogram, then the opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are congruent. You can use any of the properties of parallelograms that you would have learned about. If L is the midpoint of AB, then by the definition of midpoint, AL and LB are congruent. Then by the transitive property and the definition of, or the properties, the property of parallelograms that says opposite sides are congruent, that would mean MN is the same as those as well. And so in triangle ALM and MNL, we've got a pair of congruent sides so far. M is the midpoint of AC. Excuse me, M is the midpoint of AC, yes. So by the definition of midpoint, AM and MC are congruent. And N is the midpoint of BC. So by the definition of midpoint, BN and CN are congruent. And by the transitive property, or really by the definition of parallelogram, or the property of parallelograms that opposite sides are congruent, then BN is congruent to ML, which matches here, and we can say that the triangles are congruent by side, side, side. They have three sets of corresponding sides congruent.